Huniepop 2 review, baby! Disclaimer: full spoilers and lewd imagery throughout this video. I will also be comparing the game a lot to the first game, it's a sequel after all. I do realize that it'd be easier for me to cover this game if I reviewed Huniepop 1 first, but yeah, lazy piece of garbage, you know me. Point is, get yourself educated on the 2015 game before watching this. We cool? Alright. Going forward, I will assume that you're either a degenerate that has completed both games on incel mode and knows everything there is to know about the games, not bothered by the spoilers, or just here for the visuals. Of the video, of course, I see you over there. First thing I'd like to say about Huniepop 2 is that the story has really a weird structure. I mean, the thing literally kicks off with the climax.
Thanks, man. I really needed that.
Just, yeah, click like and subscribe. On a more serious note, you actually start the game back home, I assume in the same city the first game took place in, a couple of years after the events of the first game. Q appears right after you're done banging with some old-fashioned British chick, and damn, even she looks impressed.
Well, look at this motherfucker. I leave you alone for a year or two and you're banging models on the red?
It's at this point that I realized that I had a huge grin on my already stupid looking face. It really does feel good seeing everyone's favorite smug and kinky love fairy after 6 years. Damn, I missed her. She's as funny and horny as ever. Like last time, you and her need to team up, except this time you'll be helping her. And not in that way. Keep the jar away, just keep the jar away. As it turns out, she needs your help to bring millennia-old eldritch gods of sects, called the Nymphogen, to climax in order to avoid the destruction of Earth and the universe as a whole. And no, I am not making this shit up!
Think I'd be here if it didn't. To make a long story short, there are these two, evil space hookers that are about to be awoken.
You're not the chosen one in this story per se, and I like that about it. It's just that Q trusts you'll be up to the task since, you were able to bang her boss, Venus, the goddamn goddess of love herself in the last game. Yeah, and Q still wonders how you managed to bang models. You then accept to head to Ina the Puna, yes, that's the name of the island, by the way, to bring the Nymphogen back to their slumber. After unpacking your bags, which consists only of panties, Q informs you that to summon the Nymphogen, you'll have to sacrifice fairy wings, and these fairy wings are obtained, I shit you not, by...
Get you mixed up in some ménage à trois.
Yeah. You then go around the island to meet girls, take them on double dates, yeah, that's the name of the game, and ultimately get in their pants. Speaking of, let's meet our cast for the game. The girls this time around are James Charles, Sit Snap. Seriously, this bitch is annoying. Whatever happened to Lilo after the movies? Female Danny Trejo, OG Coffee Mama, OG Blonde Lisa Ann GF, the unholy love child of Edward Scissorhands and an emo, I guess. Female Skrillex, that one stripteaser in GTA 5 that you killed as a 14-year-old. Mia Khalifa, British.
Is that a PS5?
Will Smith's wife, and the two Nymphogen. But we're not gonna talk about that. By the way, let me just rank them from worst to best real quick, cause I know I'm on the internet and that my opinion matters because I make shitty videos online. Number
12.
Sarah, straight up loud annoying bitch. Who the fuck thought this character would be appealing to literally anyone? I wanna fucking break her neck. Number 11, Lillian. Annoying and stereotypical, just plus what the fuck is that voice? Number 10, Nora. Honestly, pretty uninteresting person, and who the fuck dresses like this? Oh, and also she steals. Number 9, Zoe. The living embodiment of don't put your dick in crazy. Number 8, Brooke. The proof that money can buy you everything except a bearable attitude. Number 7, Polly. He's why you shouldn't date a YouTuber. He's all just drama and collabs. I don't actually hate him, by the way. He's just kind of bland. Number 6, Lola. The OG. Overall good character, and plus we get some nice character development in between the two games. Number 5, Ashley. Pros: kinky, sarcastic, funny. Cons: British, ADHD. Number 4, Jessie. OG Mommy GF. She's nice and the proof that bad things happen to good people. She's just a sweet person. Number 3, Candace. She's not dumb, just slow. Give her some time, she'll give you love. And besides, I love her name because she's literally as sweet as a candy. Number 2, Abia. She's sweet and kinky, acknowledges your attention, and is grateful for everything you do for her, which is just nice. She's a nice person to hang out with. I also just so happen to have the hots for a girl that looks like her in real life, so yeah, that's definitely a based moment. And number 1, Lailani. Lovable, believable person that behaves normally and actually treats you like a normal person? Hell yeah. What you'll notice right away is 1, who the fuck dresses like this, and 2, who the fuck behaves like this? I've been to pride parades in the 2000s where less skin was showing. I know the island is supposed to have an aphrodisiac effect, but still, look at this shit. She's coming out of the plane dressed like this? Girl, that AC definitely gave you a cold. Anyway, are you guys ready for something better? Let's get into statistics then. Okay, so just like in the first game, the gameplay is split up into 2 parts, the hangout part and the dating part. The hangout part is very similar to the one in the first game. You hang out with the ladies, talk to them to learn interesting facts about them, or uninteresting as the case may be. And you also give them gifts like some sort of Hawaiian shirt wearing Casanova. The only major difference this time around is that your actions in this section of the game will affect your dates. In the first game you could upgrade your skills to gain more points during the dates, but that was about it. Here you can gain more moves or stamina, buy gifts to improve the girl's receptiveness to her moves. It really does feel like gearing up for an expedition, and you better be prepared, son, cause these double dates are gonna kick your ass. This time around, you've gotta split your attention between the 2 girls, and they both have stamina to force you to take care of the 4 of them. Did I say 2? I meant 2. The moves you can make during dates can be of 8 types: sexuality, romance, talent, flirtation, which are your basic blocks, they just give you points. Matching 4 or more will give you more points. It can create what's called a power token, which is basically worth more points if you match it again. Joy, which adds a move. Sentiment, which you can build up to give gifts. Stamina, which doesn't mean any explanation, it just refills the girl's stamina. And affection, it's the love hearts, it builds up a point multiplier from the remainder of the date. Hold on, you said Candy Crush but with tits?
How brave.
But if you paid as much attention to things as you'd like your father to give you, well, you would have noticed that it's actually much more complex than that. You can move tokens across the whole board as long as it is on the same row or column. The type of token match is important as the chicks have preferences and weaknesses. I always knew women were Pokemon. There's some advanced combos using gifts and tokens. It's no Doom Eternal combat system really, but it has surprising depth. And you can't be matching recklessly as the girl's baggage will block certain game mechanics during the round. On top of that, making them both upset or tired will result in an instant failure, which can lead to some pretty amazing moments like this, where the girl basically goes from
Not bad.
to
You sent me a message first, yeah? I live in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want the fucking brawl, come down Smethwick Hospitality.
in less than 5 seconds. Kind of ironic too that I have to bring my A game every time, but they can sit back and force me to deal with their fears and insecurities. I think now is a good time to talk about the difficulty, which oddly enough is kinda like a woman. The difficulty curve is smooth enough until you reach some key areas where it gets steep and hard. Oh, sorry, I had to, but honestly the game really gets challenging after a while. Now that we're all up to speed on what the game is, how does it feel and look like to play, and how does it hold up compared to the 2015 classic? To be honest with you, the whole thing feels smooth as fuck to play. Graphics are nice and colorful, music fucking slaps. and the UI is always easy to read and rarely intrusive. Yeah, focusing on a puzzle for too long can make you go cross-eyed, and some shortcuts could be added to make menu navigation a tad bit smoother, but that's about it. I'd say I grade this one the same as the 2015 original, because for every step forward the game takes from its predecessor in terms of gameplay and puzzles, it takes a step back in the characters department. Apart from my top 3 girls in the game, I really didn't enjoy the characters as much this time around. Middle school me loved to hang out with Aiko, Tiffany, Nikki and the others. Even Audrey grew on me and made me grow when I realized that she actually had depth and insecurities. College me despises having to get even remotely close to these annoying cunts. They're not even fun to listen to. Brooke in particular just doesn't sit right with me. Huniepop could have made her so much cooler easily. Just give her a backstory. Her character could have been much cooler had she been raised in a poor household. Make her a trophy wife that fears going back to an existence of living paycheck to paycheck. But instead we just got, haha, quirky MILF number 3. But does it mean that I wouldn't recommend the game? Well, if you stopped looking at the tits on screen for a second and actually started listening to me, my answer should be obvious. No, all the flaws in the game don't make me hate it. Far from it, it's a great time. Music and gameplay are great, artwork is fantastic, and I guess I can overlook the annoying characters as long as my main girl Q is in the game. It genuinely feels like a handcrafted experience, and I think we can all thank Huniepop for going out of their way to give us a sequel this good, even though it was developed during the Kufa break. Better than Cyberpunk out of 10, so should you buy it? If you're going to enjoy the puzzle parts of the game more than the dating side of things, just go ahead. By all means, it's got some great mechanics and plenty of board rules variations. If you want to see the more cultured art featured in the game, just pick it up at a discount. Game's easy enough in the beginning for you to get some good wrist workout in. Besides, those spicy date endings, they never miss. The art's just great every time. Just make sure to close the doors, okay? No one wants to see you jack it to puzzle game.